Another guy with vacated volume that's going to thrive with it is Adam Thielen. He returns to a wide receiver one role because Stefon Diggs is out. And Adam Thielen, I know he was banged up last year, only 30 catches, the pathetic output because he only played in 10 games. But that's distracting people from the fact of how good this guy was even just a year prior. 113 catches, 1,379 yards, and 9 scores. The year before that was another wide receiver 8 the year before that. So, man, this guy has been a monster. And prior to his Week 7 hamstring injury, he was again on pace for another top 10 wide receiver season. He was the wide receiver 9 over those first 6 weeks, having 6 touchdowns, and only fell below 12.5 points just once in those 6 weeks. The wide receiver 5 and wide receiver 9 the 2 years before that. So, in short, he was a top 10 wide receiver whenever healthy these last 3 years. And that was with Diggs there. Now he's going to be the unquestioned number one. 94 targets, that's 22% share. 63 catches, 1,100 yards, 6 TDs, all now up for grabs. And you got to think most of that goes to Adam Thielen. One, because he's got that ironclad chemistry with Kirk Cousins. That's part of what made Stefon Diggs so angry there, was how much more Adam Thielen was getting peppered over Diggs. Everyone all loves Diggs' athleticism and the route running. Thielen was and still is that true number one wide receiver there. And even in 6 less games last year, this is especially true in the red zone. He had 5 targets to 1 targets for Diggs in the red zone. And that, again, Thielen was hurt for 6 of the games and barely played in 2 to 3 others. And he had more touchdowns, 7 to 6, and on those games, even though he played 6 less games. So that goes to show just how much more Thielen is trusted in the red zone. And behind him, what do we have? B.C. Johnson, Laquan Treadwell, Chad Beebe, Alexander Hollins. Who the fuck are these guys? I don't even know half of this depth chart right now. So who the fuck are you going to throw to? It's Adam Thielen, it's Adam Thielen, it's Adam Thielen. And that's especially true in a Gary Kubiak, who took over as offensive coordinator this year, style offense. He's historically peppered wide receiver ones. His top guy has averaged 150 or more targets in 10 of 23 seasons, had 90 or more catches in 12 of 23, 19 of 23 times he's had a 1,000-yard receiver, 131 or more targets in 17 of 23 seasons. So you got to expect Adam Thielen at least 130 targets, if not 170 coming his way. And for context, the number 9 wide receiver had 133 targets last year. So I really think Adam Thielen is going to be peppered beyond belief. 170-ish, 100 catches on those targets. This guy's going to blow up this year. He leapfrogs up to wide receiver 12 in my rankings, 32nd overall. So right around that, around 2, middle round 3 or so, a true wide receiver 1 that's not going to be looked upon as that because of how bad that team, how bad he was injured last year.